Welcome back to the bubble, ladies and gentlemen, and our Lothlórien campaign on Divide and Conquer version 5. In the last episode, which was the first episode of the campaign, we went on the aggressive hard, and we moved out with Celeborn and one group of archers, and we took Eowyn with heavy casualties to Celeborn's bodyguard. I think he had like himself and one bodyguard in his unit alive. But we did save a lot of the archers, and since our generals, their bodyguards actually replenish up to 77, so I think that was a fair trade, actually. And then we took Eowyn, and our plan here, we are currently building a grain exchange, but I'm actually considering saving up for a builder's hall instead. I think that's going to be more important, because we're going to save more money in the long term with that than we do make currently with building the grain exchange. We only get 30, 80, like 82 extra per turn. So I actually think I'm going to cancel this. We haven't started building it yet, so I'm not losing any resources on that. And then I'm going to save for the builder's hall. When we took this settlement, we got Erumeldir, who is currently the governor of Eowyn. Although he's not free upkeep yet. I think that we will need the Hall of Song in order to get him to free upkeep. But we can't quite afford that yet. However, when we have it, it's going to provide like low bonuses and things like that as well. So it's going to be very important. But this is the thing with elves. I mean, you want so many buildings, but usually you're always like borderline bankrupt. Because now I want the builder's hall here, obviously. We want the mines that are going to give us some more money. We want the dirt paths, all things that affect the trade. We also need the barracks. So many things that we need to build. But first of all, we need to start with the builder's hall, because it also reduces the building time and cost. So that's huge. We also have our spy in Eowyn, because as you can see here, we have a bit of a cultural unrest, 35. And this is something that the spies actually help to improve. That's something I learned in the last campaign when I played as the orcs of Gundabad. So if you mass up a lot of spies and put them in a settlement, that will help with the cultural unrest like crazy. So that's what we're gonna want. And I think if I were to change Erumeldir and move him down to the fort and instead move up one of these units, it would actually be worse for us, because I think Erumeldir, what's your upkeep? 310. Okay, so he's actually cheaper in upkeep than any of these units would be. So he's gonna stay there. But after I've gotten the builder's hall, what I'm gonna want here is actually, I'm going to want a militia garrison, because that is going to increase the law bonus, and it's also going to give us 2 defensive units when we are being attacked. And 2 defensive, those defenders, and also like 1 archer unit, they can hold quite well against most attacks, especially against the Goblins of Moria, who I'm guessing will be our biggest threat here. The Goblins of Moria are currently at war with the Anduin Vale, and as you can see, we have the Anduin Vale there, and I think this is Khazad-dûm, but it might very well be some border here that the Goblins of Moria can move into our lands with. So it's very important that we get the militia garrison here. In Caras-Galadon, we are currently building a market. We've already started that. If not, I would actually maybe have liked to get the Master Builder's Hall here instead, because it's going to be very important for all kinds of buildings for us. Of course, the construction time, lowering that is very important, but also we need to save as much money as possible in construction, because we are currently, or we are going to be broke for quite some time. So maybe we would have wanted that one instead of the market, but it's already done, and in 3 turns we will have a market there. In Limhir, we are not building anything currently, but this is another settlement where we would like the militia garrison, because Isengard is going to be a big threat to us. They have the Fangorn Forest, and they are bordering us here. So they will be able to walk through. I would actually like to have sent a general to build towers to get more visibility over this area, but I haven't gotten that, unfortunately. So that's Limhir. And of course, we would like to get real roads instead of the regular dirt paths. Dirt paths we can get here, and they are not that expensive actually. 1.7, and I guess it goes down to like 1.4 or something once we've gotten the Builder's Hall. And if we go down to the fourth settlement, and the second one I took in the first episode, Eidracharn. Here we don't have anything really. We have dirt paths. It's a castle, so we can't affect the tax rate. So what I would like to do now is move the army out. I think I'm gonna try to leave Haldir here actually, and then move out with Celeborn and the rest of the army and attack. I think it's Aknodion somewhere in this region, and it's important that we take the fifth one here before or as soon as possible, because if we have 5 settlements after turn 10, then we'll get a custom general called ENPREMI, and this is an insanely strong general. I think he has Galadhrim swordsmen, I think his units are called, and they are absolute beasts in melee. He's really expensive though, so that's of course gonna suck a little bit, but it's gonna be very helpful for us in the war against Dol Guldur. So now, let's see what we want to do. I want to see if we can just move all of these units out, and Eidracharn will still be... Okay, they're still happy enough. And of course it kind of sucks that Haldir has to stay here, because he's pretty gosh darn expensive. If I just move him out... Might want to get a tower here. And we can just check in here. 539, so he's pretty expensive in upkeep. But... put him there, build a tower, move him back into Eidracharn. That's good. And now this army I want to move into Dol Guldur territory. It's not the strongest army. It's not that strong at all, but fortunately Celeborn is an absolute beast, and I have promised myself that in this campaign I will try to be a lot better at utilizing my generals to their full potential. Since their bodyguards can recover and replenish, we can get them back a lot faster than we can retrain our units. So I'm going to try to throw my generals into a lot of battles. And hopefully they will actually survive it as well. Now, if we just look here, it's some cultural unrest. Distance to capital. Really? It's right there. Is it really that far away? But it's still making us some money. That's good. But it's the unrest. How do we get down regular unrest? Is that law bonus maybe? But here I would also, of course, like the Builder's Hall, militia garrison, and I'm wondering if everything that's bordering Dol Guldur or the Goblins of Moria or Isengard, I am going to want a militia garrison. But we also, of course, want everything that gives us money, like land clearance and ports, and the barracks are going to be absolutely vital for us to maintain our army. Stables are another important thing, because the stables will give us the Lórien scouts, and it's very important for us to have some kind of a cavalry unit to charge down fleeing troops so they don't come back, and also so that we can much easier win the battles, I think. Because the Lórien horse archers, was that actually a name? Yeah, Lórien scouts. They, of course, are a very good harassing unit, and I also think since they have good missile damage, they would be able to do quite a lot of damage to enemy generals. And we need to kill the enemy generals as fast as possible so we can get those mass routes going, which the Goblins of Moria and also, I guess, Dol Guldur in some sense are quite known for. The early tier orcs, they're cheap and they're quick to train, but the morale is absolutely atrocious. So now we've done all of the moves here. If you go to our diplomats, one Aranhil has talked to Isengard, gotten trade rights, and also sold our map information to them. And he's going to go to Dunland next, and then I'm guessing just keep moving up here. We also want the clans of Enedwaith. Obviously, I think they should be here somewhere. But first, we're gonna go on the west side of the Misty Mountains, up to the High Elves and the Dunlendings, and maybe even... Yeah, we're gonna get trading rights with as many as possible. We desperately need that coin. But now at least these units are moved, and of course our first objective is going to be to take Dol Guldur and reclaim that one for the elves. I would also like to see if we can move these units out, but we are currently actually not making a lot of money, which kind of sucks. And they also would need to take at least like 3 turns or something to move out here. But it should be very important to just mass up my armies to take Dol Guldur. And that's going to, of course, cost us a lot of lives. But just choking out Dol Guldur by taking their capital, I think that would be huge. So now what we're going to do is actually end the turn. I'm so excited about getting back into Middle-earth, actually. I think it's been almost, it feels like a year since I played the Orcs of Gundabad campaign. Here we are. Ooh, yes, I love gifts. So now we can get the Builder's Hall in Erwi. We can also get the Builder's Hall in Eidracharn. So we are going to get that as well. I'm such a sucker for faster and cheaper constructions. And we got the Lórien archers retrained in Limhir, so now they should have, yes, a full squad. A lot of green in the rating. I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts, because probably it's not gonna last for very long. Now, we have a Valesman Diplomat there. We're already done with them. What I'm gonna want for you to do now is talk to Dale and also Erebor. And I'm thinking I should also try to get the Gundabad orcs while I'm up here close to the Mirkwood. And then he's going to move down to Dorwinion and Rune. And I think you're also, after that, you're going to go west here. So Mordor, Gondor, and Harad, and Aradunaim, and Dol Amroth, and all of those nice factions we can make some money from. And I'm actually not going to talk to Dunland right away, because I would like a quest to talk to them. So hopefully we're going to get that. So we can get as much value as possible out of it. Now, you are ready to attack Aknod Eon. And then on the 11th turn, we should get ENPREMI. Maintain the siege. Quick save. And now we move in. And I'm going to try to do as smart choices as possible. We have a general in here, Radgash. Mirkwood bodyguards, they are an axe-throwing unit. So I do want to shoot them down as much as possible before actually fighting them in combat. Before actually like getting close, because their range should be a lot worse than ours. 65 meters range, whereas all of our archers have like over 200. So hopefully we can shoot as many of them down as possible before we have to get in range. So here we go. Let's see if Lord Celeborn can take this. It shouldn't be a problem, and what I'm going to try to do is first of all use as much of my ammunition as possible, and then I'm actually going to send in Celeborn instead of sending in the spearmen. Start the deployment, and we scroll out. My mouse is a bit bugged, so the scrolling doesn't work as I would like it to, but we have a very nice little hill here, and I'm going to group up my archers like so. And then they are right there. So run up here. Wait to fire until we have the absolutely best position. Oh, they actually started coming already. And now we need to slow everything down a bit. I want all of you on skirmish mode. Now, I wonder if you might be able to run into the square. I do not like it that they were this fast at coming towards me. I think they're actually going to deal quite a lot of damage to my troops. So we are just going to skirmish a little bit and kite a little bit, because we are faster than they are. And now they're going to be able to chuck, yeah, right into my troops. Turn around and keep shooting. And you run around here, then get into the square. How's it going here? They're down to 61. Oh yeah, we are dropping them heavily. We've so far lost 0%, but I do know that we've lost like 1 at least of the Berja and Galaith. And it looks like they might be going for the general to keep running back. I think the Bedu and Goliath have insane range as well, actually. They have 220 meters. So we can absolutely outrange them. They are down to 39. Increase the speed a smidge. And now we have them in the perfect crossfire. Down to 30, 28. I think the Bedu and Goliath should be able to get a volley off. 24, 23. Oh, this is going just beautifully. Are they running back to the square now, maybe? We actually caught them. They don't know where to go right now. That's perfect. Down to 7, 5, 4, 2. And now it should be just the general left. There we go. Yeah, that was perfect. We actually lost 2. And I hope it's only the Bedu and Goliath. No, we actually lost a Lórien archer. How? I guess they took an axe to the face. We didn't heal anyone, which I find pretty strange, since we have our faction leader here. But at least we took Aknodion without too many casualties. That's great. I'm gonna count that as a win. Both in theory and in practice. It could have gone a lot worse. And I think the kiting of the elves is not to be underestimated. They are faster than most infantry. And also they have such good range. And we don't get any money no matter what we do. And we need the population, so I'm not going to exterminate it. And I think occupying should be enough. Lower the tax rate to make them as happy as possible. And now, can any of our units... No. None of us can reach. And I think if he moves out to build a tower, he will not be able to get back in. I'm not going to risk that right now. But at least we've taken Aknodion. We are making some more money. Not a lot, but some. Thanks to that. And you are so expensive. And I don't think we want to take you out of Eri, because then they will be pissed. Yeah, governor's influence is 40. Can we take you out without them being completely rambunctious? 70, so that's actually good enough. So run out there, build a tower, and then run back into Eri. Good. And I'm just waiting for the quest, for a mission, to get trading rights from Dale or Erebor or from Dunland, so we can make more money out of that. Okay, it would also be a good idea for us to use this fort, actually, as kind of a middle ground point. But this is the problem. We don't have a ship here. So they would need to move all the way around here or all the way around there. Otherwise, I guess it would be too easy for us to just... Whoop! Can't elves swim? I think I saw Galadriel swim in Rings of Power. But no. Okay. At least Aknodion is taken, and we have no more actions to make right now. We have built the towers, and, I mean, it would be nice to get one of these units at least towards this fort. Because we need more troops to when we're attacking Dol Guldur. Actually, I'm going to take all of them. Oh, can they move over here? If so, they will be there in the next turn. So we are now losing a little bit of money again, but we will save that again there. And then we'll be able to join up with this army and hopefully move straight on to Dol Guldur. Limir, I'm actually going to keep one unit of archers here because I don't know if and when Isengard is going to move into our territory. There is some devastation here, which means that most likely there's an Isengard force there, but I'm really hoping that Rohan is doing a stellar job in fighting them, because they should be at war. They are not at war with Isengard yet. That's strange. They are at war with the Dunland, though. Can we just look at... Is no one friends with Isengard? Dominion Isengard, there we go. They are only fighting independent realms, and they are allied with the Dunlending. So I think it's just a matter of time before Rohan and Isengard start attacking each other. Should be soon. because I want Rohan to take the Fangorn Forest. So then I don't have to worry about Isengard anymore. But that's probably going to take a while. Now, let's end this turn. Erwi started getting a little bit pissier, but that's going to be fine. As soon as we have our general back there, so they have some governance. Candidate for adoption? Yes. Hi, Marsh Warden Haldir. Yes, of course. And where are you? Probably going to get you in Karas Galadon, right? No, we actually got you down here in Eidrakhan. That is sweet. Can I move you out? They are actually happy enough with Lothlórien. Now we can attack them. And I don't think this would be a problem. We will focus our archer fire on the Orc Maulers. And then we'll just chase him with a Dol Guldur host. So hopefully this should be fine. Famous last words. So let's fight the battle on the map. And then I want him to move to Aknodion. So we can free up Celeborn. Because Haldir should be enough to hold. Can we get some better weather? Yes, we can. That should be enough to hold, to have them, keep them happy. Okay. Actually, don't shoot quite yet. Okay, they're actually moving in, so stop. Shoot at the Orc Maulers, and then we'll start running back. So we'll be kiting until we have all of our ammunition exhausted. And then we'll move in and start fighting. Because the Orc Maulers should be pretty weak against archer fire, actually. Yeah, we are dropping them pretty efficiently. We also have 3 uses of this bad boy. Light of Elbereth. 120-second cooldown, 30-second duration, plus 150% own army combat effectiveness, plus 5 own more troops morale, plus 3 allied troops morale. So it doesn't affect our enemies at all. But it's going to be very useful for us in when we're in melee. Because combat effectiveness, I don't think that applies to missile damage, to be honest. But the Orc Maulers, the importance of getting as many of them gone as possible is because they are effective against armor, which will make them basically the only threat to us here. And I think now we can switch to the Dol Guldur host. They only have 1 left, and that's the general. Just keep using the ammunition. And we have a perfect angle on them here. And it's only a captain, so we don't need to worry about capturing him or anything like that. We just need to make sure that we've killed 90% of their army. And it looks like we might even be able to get that before we're out of ammunition. Keep shooting. The Dol Guldur host have shields, so run back. They do have shields, so they have some protection against archer fire. Run back. Okay, just one last volley. Or might we be able to get even more off? We've killed 84% already, and I think with the first charge we are going to get like the rest. There we go. And they can't do anything except just accepting their fate. Now we're out of ammunition. We've killed 88% of their troops. And with the first charge, hopefully they should just break right away. Yeah. They didn't break, though. So that's brave of them. We haven't lost anyone yet, which is great. If we can keep it to 0, that would be perfection. There we go. And we've killed 98, so we can end the battle. We didn't lose anyone, but we wiped out this little Captain Girithak's army. Very happy about that. Oh, the Númenórean ships. Would be so cool to see them at the height of their power. I don't think we're going to get anything satisfactory from Rings of Power on that front. We haven't gotten that yet, at least, but it would be really cool to see. Execute them. Enemy camp zacked. And then might as well get a tower once we're here. Didn't give us much more visibility. But move out. What do we have here? Okay, they look like a really weak force, actually. So what I'm going to try to do now is just send out my archers. And we could see that they got pretty pissy when Celeborn ran out. But I think it should still be enough if I just move out you maybe. And you should still be able to get back. Okay. They are so depleted. What do they actually have? The wargs are going to be important for us to get down. The wargs and the maulers. I don't really worry too much about these archers, to be honest. I don't think they have too much to deal. They deal too much damage against our archers. But the wargs will be dealing damage, though, with their charge. So that's why I need them to run into Celeborn and not our archers. So we will keep them on skirmish mode, and hopefully that will be enough. Can we get some better weather? Yes, we can. There we go. Get into line. Start the battle. And now I'm going to want... Didn't I tell you to hold your fire? You should have good enough range. To aim at the wargs. There we go. And attack the wargs. Because they are very susceptible to archer fire. So hopefully we should be able to get a lot of them killed here. Although, of course, we still have to worry about the archers dealing some damage to ours. Maybe you shoot at the maulers when you're in range. Oh yeah, we are dropping the warg marauders. That is absolutely beautiful to see. I would like for as many of them to be dead as possible. And then we can have the Bergen-Goliath focusing on something else. And we are getting a lot of Dol Guldur archers killed in the action as well. They have one left. I'm actually going to let the Bergen-Goliath exhaust their ammunition on that one, because it's the captain. Or actually, might it be better if I... Okay, that's perfect. So just kill them all. Shoot as much as possible. And then we are going to send Celeborn into the fight. You move back. Actually, where are the Dol Guldur archers? Mirkwood hunters. I don't think they are scary enough. We need to focus on the maulers instead. They might get some kills on my archers. Yep, they did. They got one. Now, you're out of ammunition, so run back. Almost out of ammunition. But you can see that their range was absolutely a joke compared to mine. We've killed 96, so now we just need to break the last one. The Dol Guldur archers are the last one to remain, and I think they should break very, very soon. There we go. 96% killed, lost 1, and we didn't heal him. We need to get Celeborn some healing traits, actually. That would be very, very good for him, I think. So now we are on the 10th turn, which would mean that in turn 11, since we have 5 settlements, we should be getting ENPREMI. There we go. And you are still able to move back. Just build a tower, move back to Aknodion, and I hope that Haldir won't be getting caught in the open. Knock on wood, that could be a very distinct possibility here. But if so, we're just gonna hope that he's gonna be strong enough to withstand whatever they throw at us. And here, I would like the Master Builder's Hall here. We don't really have anything worth investing in. The market is more expensive than it actually would provide for us. It would take so long for us to get back our money from that investment. But now it would be rather nice if we could get barracks or something like that. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten any missions. But I will still be getting trade alliances here. Balanced. And then sell map information. Since we have 5 settlements, I'm thinking they have meager wealth. So can we... Wealth. So can we get 800? Yes, we can. Great. Now we want Erebor next. And that's going to be the next turn. So if we stand here, outside of their territory, maybe then we can get a mission to talk to them. And we can move into Dunyard and get trade rights from that faction as well. And they have poor, as long as they're not bankrupt, I think we can get 800 out of them. Balanced. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you for your money. Now, we want to talk to the Dunedain. I think they will be the closest ones here. Oh, it's all the way up here. I need to walk for quite a bit. But the Dunedain and the High Elves, but also Angmar will be up here. So start moving. Now we have 3k. That's beautiful to see. You, my friend, move back into Erui. And how happy are they now? 160 because we have a governor. The cultural unrest is still there. 57%. Good. Now, when we have the Builders Hall finished, I'm actually going to splurge on a militia garrison. It's going to be pretty expensive, but it's important for us to keep this area safe. Safer. We can get a militia garrison in Limhir. But, like, what's the biggest threat right now? Isengard. Isengard or Goblins of Moria. I don't like the look of this, but we do have... I think we should have decent archer towers to defend, but we don't have any units. Might actually want to get the Gurthinen. They should be free upkeep while they're in here. So let's get that, and then in the next turn... I hope we will still be able to get the militia garrison in Erui. Because I think, shouldn't that... I don't think that provides us with a free upkeep unit, does it? It does not. But we do get the garrison, so that's huge. You're moving in. All of you are in here. We'll see how many units we actually need to move out, because then you will help, and we will move together on Dol Guldur. Okay. So, knock on wood, it's looking halfway decent. But I don't think there's anything more we need to do right here. I still want the spy. Let's see if we could use it somewhere else. Have we gotten the artist hall here? Yes, we have the first level of the artist hall. It's going to help us with the culture growth. And decrease the cultural unrest. So in that sense, it might be worth it for us to move this agent down towards Aknodion. We can build something here. Ooh. Building ground. They've already gotten that building for me. That's great. And also the building income from the leather tanner. So now it would be a fun idea to get the dirt paths. But I need to stay true to my goal of getting a militia garrison in Erui. We'll need to focus on that. So no more things to do here. These units will move over to Aknodion for another 2 turns. It will take at least 2 or 3 turns before we can move on Dol Guldur. I don't know how strong their army is, actually. And if I move you out to build towers, then Eidrakhan is going to freaking revolt on me. So I think we are just gonna have to be happy with the moves that we've made currently. And then the turn. And then we should get ENPREMI in the next one. And I will just send him straight over to Dol Guldur. Because I think it's gonna be very good for us to... Okay, there we go. Military unit. Yes. Erebor. Trade rights. How are you poor? You're dwarves. You're basically never poor. And map information for a single payment of... Can we push it to 1,000? Yes! Kaboom! Raw deal? Come on, man! I'm trying to help you. Okay, so now we want to talk to the Snowworks. I don't know if they've taken... Okay, all of this is still independent realm. We need to walk for quite a bit until we get... the Snowworks. But now ENPREMI returns. Whilst ostensibly in command of the northern garrison, Lord ENPREMI has in truth been conducting reconnaissance missions into the lands around Lothlórien for some time now. Lord Celeborn and the Lady Galadriel have long foreseen the coming war with Sauron and his minions in Dol Guldur, and they have been gathering as much information as they could. Now, however, the time has come to strike out with greater strength, and ENPREMI has long been revered as Lórien's greatest commander. his return will surely ensure the safety and security of the forest. Jinxed it! But that's great. Okay. Erwig has gotten the Builder's Hall. Yeah, boom. Huge. Thank you for that one. And Lim here also got the Builder's Hall, but we can't get anything fun here, unfortunately. And Eidrachan. Okay, we can actually get some things here. The culture is already pretty elven, so I think I'm actually gonna go for either the Hall of Song or the practice range. And we already have enough culture to recruit the elves while we have it. Land clearance would also be huge for us. But I think I'm gonna go for the practice range. Yeah, let's do that. And maybe we should have actually saved money for this one. If we delete the practice range, and we're actually losing money, so let's build what we can while we can. Like so. And now we are damn near broke. But now we have ENPREMI. Great stuff. You move into Aknodion. And I wonder if it might be worth it for you to wait for ENPREMI. I don't want to wait for too long until we move out. But ENPREMI will make a massive difference to have. So I'm actually gonna send you... Oh, you're slow as hell, though. But at least we're gonna have him on the move. And how far can we move you up? Build a tower. Just watch him be freaking ambushed or something now. Move up there. Build a tower. Can't quite get the full visibility there. The agent is still in Erwi. But I think I'm gonna want to... Cultural unrest is actually diminishing right now. So let's move you down. And have you give some visibility on Dol Guldur. If we see an opening, we are going to take it and take it hard. Let's actually move you close. I mean, it's so expensive. I'm gonna save the money that I have since we need to wait for ENPREMI either way. And still, it looks like a lot of factions are very peaceful towards one another. Interesting stuff. You start moving up. Okay. So that was wasteful. It should have remembered that there was a freaking fort there. But okay, move out. And, sorry. And now we're done with everything we want to do here. It feels weird just having an army sitting here, costing us a freaking fortune. We are losing so much money because of them. But we're gonna be in the red a little bit until we've taken Dol Guldur. And then we can afford ourselves, hopefully, a little bit of a breather. And also we will just keep getting trading rights. I would like to see... Somewhere I should be able to see my trading economy. Where was that? Sorry, I've forgotten that. If I go down here... Maybe. Building browser? No. Settlement details. And trade summary. Right. So that's Khazad-dûm getting a lot of trade there. Of course, they're getting trade from the closer settlements. I love it that we're actually getting income from our own settlements. And Erwi is getting some good trade as well. Eidrachan, everyone under 60. That's not huge, but I think it's better than nothing at least. Aknodion, very, very little as well, because we need all of these trading buildings and also the dirt paths and things like that. But we are just amassing our army right now, and then when the spy has gotten some visibility on Dol Guldur, we'll just be moving big time. So, nothing more fun to do here. Let's end the turn. Dol Guldur. Okay, they didn't move out an army. That's good at least. And you want me to talk to the clans of Enedwaith. I can absolutely do that. Talk to them right now there, and I will be getting a military unit. Absolutely beautiful. Now we got the Gurthinen. Fortunately enough, they are free upkeep here. So we will have some units to send to Limhir in case Isengard decides to be a nuisance. And, oh, we're actually in the green so far. But now we have you in there. Then we'll be even more in the green. But we need the spy. Take a look at Dol Guldur. I actually think we would be able to do this. Oh yeah, we would absolutely be able to do this. I think Khamul has... Yeah, he has the Shadow Knights though. But if we just put our spears into his neck, we should be fine. But I desperately want for these 3 units to join before we move in, actually. We're just going to give them an opportunity to rebuild, but they have a lot of weak units that I think we should absolutely be able to deal with. But they also have a lot of ranged troops, the scouts. And also, of course, Khamul the Easterling is really, really freaking scary. 29 total defense, 16 of which in armor, which means our archers won't be able to deal a lot of damage on him. But what I'm going to try to do is locking him up with infantry and then sending Celeborn to finish him. It's going to cost a lot of troops, though. We don't have a lot of infantry, and that's why I want to wait for the reinforcements to come from the fort. But everything else here, I'm not really too scared of. All of them, let's see, morale, average. Average, average. 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 And poor. They are pretty weak. We just need to get them into combat. But I want to wait for my reinforcements. So it's going to be like another 3 turns before we can attack Dol Guldur. During which time they will be able to amass even more forces. But we just have to take this opportunity. Have to take that risk, I think. And both of you can reach Limhir in 1 turn. That is great. We are building the militia garrison here. And now we want you to start moving, because still independent realm. We need to get to the snow orcs. They should be over here somewhere. If the Anduin Vale hasn't pushed them back hard already, which would be great if they actually had. So that's enough moving, and another end turn. Every time I end the turn, our enemies will grow stronger, which kind of sucks. 76% chance that he's getting in. I do not want to take that risk because we only have 1 spy currently. Let's end the turn, and then we'll move out the army from the fort. And Dol Guldur won't be able to attack me in 1 turn either. Move out like so. Build a tower. And then, okay, there is 1 little squad here that we shouldn't have to worry about. Just move all of you out. Actually, we can move them closer here, and then we'll join them up together. They're not free upkeep here, but we might as well just add some troops in that army. And then we'll throw in everything but Haldir, basically, to move on Dol Guldur. And if we win, that is going to be huge. End of turn report. We didn't get another quest or another mission, which bums me out a little bit. Okay. They have the Durin's halls, or the Danes' halls, whatever, so I will be able to talk to them there. Hopefully we get... Oh, we actually already have a... Oh, come on. Okay. Yes, we will be... No! Come on, it looks like we should be able to reach them. No? Okay, but we fortunately still have a couple of more turns, so we'll be getting a military unit. So we'll talk to them as soon as possible, and then we'll also talk to the Gundabad orcs. Great, so now just another turn. We do not have the money to do basically anything currently. And I don't think it's worth it to send you out for another tower. I'm just betting on the Anduin Vale holding this region still. But it looks like the Goblins of Moria actually... No? Still belongs to the Khazad-dûm. Beautiful. I'm just mixing up the colors here. Is there a way to see if it belongs to Khazad-dûm? I'm guessing that it does. So hopefully we don't have to worry about the Goblins of Moria quite yet. Just yet. Okay. I think this is enough stalling. We need to move into the next turn and then strike hard on Dol Guldur. And just watch that banner of Dol Guldur being damn near maxed out. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. So now, here we are. Put you right there. We are not doing too well. And they are happy enough. And now we're moving towards Dol Guldur. I think we should be able to deal with this. The Orc Maulers are, of course, bumming me out a little bit because they are effective against armor. So we need to kill them, shoot them down as heavy as possible. Then just hoping that our melee troops will be strong enough to fight the others. ENPREMI will be doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to fighting the melee troops, and so will the Lórien sentries. We'll just have to accept that we will lose a lot of troops, but hopefully in the end it's going to be worth it. But look at all the money we're losing. We cannot afford this. Okay, finally Isengard and Rohan is at war. Took long enough. In Aedrakan we can recruit Lórien archers now, and they should be free upkeep. So let's actually queue that up. So we have some units here at least. And the stronghold should also give us towers that can shoot. I don't know if the Elven faction have those already on the first level. I do know that the human factions do. We also got ourselves a new family member, Kristiel. Beautiful. Welcome to the family, my man. And yeah, this is not looking great. Orcs of Gundabad are the richest faction. How are they richer than the Khazad-dûm dwarves? They are usually just insanely rich. And here we go. They are going to fight the Goblins of Moria. They should have no problem whatsoever with just snuffing out these puny little groups. And in one turn, we will have the militia garrison here, and then I will be able to sleep a bit better at night. It would be fun if we were eventually able to have an army, a small army, but still one that can help the Anduin Vale and also Khazad-dûm to just take out the Goblins of Moria. Take, like, Goblin Town or something like that. I think that would be absolutely beautiful. But now, nothing more to wait for here. We don't have any money, and we actually have more to wait for. We need to get trading rights with you. You also have reasonable wealth. I think we should be able to get another 1,000 out of these. Yes. Perfect. So now we're not as much in the red. And you, my friend, will talk to Alkford. Trade rights. You have modest wealth, so we should be able to get another 1,000 out of you. Map information and another 1,000, please. Yes. Perfect. But now the thing is, it might be better to just go this round and go the High Elves over here, and then also the added Luin Dwarves. Let's do that. You should be able to move over here. And now we've also started the recruitment of the Lórien archers. We got a unit of Lórien wardens here. Perfect. Very, very happy about that. But we won't be waiting for those troops. They are free upkeep though, that's good enough. And let's end the turn and see what kind of devilry Dol Guldur will be able to muster up. I would like it for them to sally out against us. Oh, they actually did. Okay. So now we'll be fighting them in the open field. And you want me to talk Goblins of Moria? I thought I already was at war with them. And we won't be able to reach them in time. Now it would have been fun to have another diplomat. But also they are at this end. 1, 2, 3. Should we give it a shot? See if we're able to reach them? 3, 4 turns. Okay. And see if we have some settlement over here somewhere where we can get trade rights with them. And now we have the militia garrison in Erui. Beautiful. That's going to cost us 100 per turn. But I think it's going to be worth it. And now we have this little battle to deal with. I'm wondering... yeah, they actually left Kamul. Interesting strategy. Save the game. And just for shits and giggles, what happens if I take you out? They are not happy. Okay. So you stay in there. And... okay. Let's first of all... I think we've already traded with them. We did that last turn. Yes, so now it's time for us to move back over here. Down to Dorwinion, and it's gonna take a while. But eventually we're gonna get there. And then we can talk to Rune, Mordor, Harad, etc. And now, let's do this. Balance of power is very even. They outnumber us 2-1. And we are going to lose some troops in this battle, for sure. But I'm gonna try to keep the losses at a minimum. And we'll just make like a strong front line. And then have the archers deal as much damage as possible. You will be flanking. I think you can flank as well. And then we'll have you making up the center. Archers can stand in front for starters. Like so. And we also have... you don't have any abilities, that sucks. But you do. How many uses do we have of that one? 1. And I want you to fight at the... to shoot at the maulers. There we go. And then shoot at the maulers. Hopefully that strategy will work. And they will just stand there and take it until we've killed as many of the maulers as possible. Oh, we're actually losing troops because of their archers. That kind of sucks. But we're just gonna have to live with that for a little while. Because it's important that we take down these maulers. They are basically the only threat to our archers. Or to our troops in general, I guess. Now, you... actually, you move up and attack them. You move up. You move up. Slow everything down. Okay, there we go. Get back into formation. Run back. And you can move up. You move up. And you move up. We are losing troops due to their archer fire, which kind of sucks. But that happens. We just need to shoot as much as possible at the freaking maulers. Which are now pulling back. Interesting strategy. Run up. And you will keep shooting at the maulers. Move up a little bit more. And keep shooting at the maulers. And we need to kill 90%. So we wipe out the entire army. You shoot at the maulers. You shoot at the scouts, maybe? You can shoot just in the blobs. Yeah, all of you just shoot in the blobs. They're actually moving up, these buggers. So far we killed 21%. They've actually killed 3% of our troops. And I'm thinking it might be a better idea to aim some more on the blobs. Shoot at the host, shoot at the host, shoot at the host. Now their archers are starting to return fire. Start moving in to face them. And ENPREMI. Flank up. You flank up. Oh, now they're moving in. That's actually great. Slow down a smidge. Now all of... Yeah, you keep focusing on the maulers. You attack, attack, and attack. And you will be needed as well. Fortunately, we are dropping quite a few of their maulers, but it feels like we should be doing a lot more damage. Feels like the angle might be a bit weird or something. Move in, move in, move in, and you move in as well. And now all the archers can start focusing the last volleys on the maulers. And 20-second duration. Let's just get this. And when you are out of ammunition, so move back. Actually, see if we can get you to attack the Dol Guldur archers. I think that would be good. Just keep chasing them down. You should be doing quite well against them in melee. You run around. We want to see if we can capture more of their troops. And we are actually losing quite a lot of our units. I do not like that at all. We are gonna need you in the thick of it. Attack the Dol Guldur host. And you just hold. You run up here. You keep going after them. See if we can get some attacks in their backs here. There we go. We are losing so many of our spearmen. This is absolutely redonkulous. But this charge, I think, should be beautiful. Yes, and now they're broken. Go after them there. Go after them there. You follow the broken ones. There we go. How's it going over here? You're gobbling them up. Lórien archers, come back here. We've lost 19%. I really hope we'll be healing a lot of our troops. You go after them. You just keep attacking them. Where is ENPREMI? Okay, he's stuck in there. That's good. There we go. And if we're up to 90, we'll be able to do... we're doing just fine. You go after them. You go after them. You keep chasing them down. You go after them. I also hope that we will heal some of our troops. We desperately need that. Captured the captain. We have killed enough, but I'm actually going to let them keep taking as many prisoners as possible because it's good for the experience of our troops. But look at how many our poor wardens lost. Not good. Not good. Okay, you go after them. You go after them. You go after them. There we go. 95%. We lost a quarter of our army. Feels like a lot of that could have been avoided, but I don't know what I should have done better. I think I should have just used ENPREMI instead of the spears as frontline unit. Because we did not lose a lot of general troops. Which might sound like a good thing, but it's actually not, because they replenish. And the battle. And we healed a couple of units. But we still lost 200, so that's a lot of losses. That we shouldn't have wanted. And ENPREMI lost one. Galadhrim swordsman. And he should have been able to lose a couple. And since Berjuengalaith is already down under 77, we might as well just lost down to like 2 of them. But at least we won the battle. And their entire host is wiped out. So now what I'm going to try to do is actually, I'm thinking if it might be better to have an auto-resolve battle. The problem is that I might lose generals that way, but since they have towers and only 1 unit in there, it feels like we're going to lose more troops if we actually try to take the siege. There we go. And lay siege to Dol Guldur. Maintain the siege. And I'm thinking about just sending our infantry in, because they only have Kamuli in there. But now we need you to keep a closer eye on our surroundings, I guess. Just hang out here. I think that's the best visibility we can get. They are still fighting. Good enough, good enough. And we got more troops. Where do we want to send these lads? In Limhir, we don't have a barrack yet, so they won't be free upkeep there. In Eidracharn, we are actually recruiting archers, which feels pretty great. And now we need to think about what we want to do with these lads. We do need to just keep pushing on Dol Guldur, but it's going to be so expensive if we keep taking troops out of here. And eventually we will also need an army in Limhir to defend against the Isengard threat. But that's going to wait for another episode, because now we are as done as we can be here. I'm also thinking it might be better to just go straight up there and then follow the river down. So, we have taken Aknodion, we've gotten ENPREMI, and now we're laying siege to Dol Guldur. And please let me know how you think I should play this so we don't lose our generals. Because, I mean, if they are stuck at the square, just hugging the square, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. But we still need to run up this freaking hill to get into Dol Guldur. And we also still don't know what kind of reinforcements they might send. And I'm not going to merge these armies, because I want to potentially retrain them instead, getting troops that way. But if he's just hugging the square and we're not getting pelted by the towers, then we can just send in Celeborn and the spears. The spears to just hold him in his place with like shield wall, and then have ENPREMI and Celeborn run in and kill him with his swords and spears. That should be easy pickings. I just don't want to lose too many of our elves to the towers, so I want to avoid that as much as possible. And I don't think he's gonna sally out alone. That would be suicide, and not even Khamûl is that stupid. And yeah, we're still losing money because we have our entire army basically on the field. So in the next episode, we're gonna try to take Dol Guldur. And we are going to take it. It's going to cost a lot of lives probably, but we are gonna take it unless Dol Guldur sends a massive relief force. And then we are also going to try to focus on getting our economy back on track. I mean, our trading increases with every trade rights we get, so that's good, but we also really need to get some income going here. But that's for the next one. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave any tips or tricks that you might come to think of on how to play Lothlórien, or just how to proceed at the most efficient way from here. So thank you so much. Have a great day and take care. I will see you in the next one.
The Weird Bubble.